Why does the exact same street food, prepared by the exact same vendor, affects your digestion differently once the rainy season begins? During dry summer weather, the lack of moisture naturally limits how fast invisible pathogens can spread across outdoor surfaces. But the arrival of the monsoon brings an environmental transition event. The air fills with heavy water vapor, resetting the baseline for the outdoor ecosystem. This high humidity acts like a power button for microscopic bacteria. Drier air kept them in check, but wet surfaces allow them to multiply rapidly. The street snack itself has not changed. What has changed is the invisible environment surrounding it. In damp air, surrounded by splashing rain, outdoor food carts become an exposed frontier. Microbes transform into seasonal opportunists. They use rain-slicked counters, damp plates, and wet utensils as safety shields to resist dying off naturally. This chart tracks the survival time of hepatitis A on wet produce. In cool, damp conditions, highly contagious viruses like this remain active for over 17 days. Compare that to hot, dry summer conditions, where the exact same virus is deactivated in 24 hours. Moisture is the protective shield. Leaving ingredients sitting on a wet cart gives pathogens the time they need to become highly contagious. We can track this hidden contamination process by looking for specific biological warning signs. These colonies are coliforms. They act as indicator bacteria, proving that a preparation surface or ingredient has been exposed to unhygienic conditions. When a vendor washes fresh vegetables in contaminated water or handles them with unwashed hands, they coat the food in these active pathogens. Researchers carefully monitor these warning flags in lab settings to understand how viruses, like murine norovirus, spread through local food networks. Consuming raw snacks prepared in these damp, exposed conditions guarantees you are swallowing a highly concentrated dose of active bacteria. Once swallowed, those germs begin their journey into the body. That journey is influenced by what we drink alongside our food, like chilled beverages or accidentally swallowed cold rainwater. Normally, the stomach relies on gastric contractions. These rhythmic squeezing motions push food forward and mix it with protective stomach acid. Very cold liquids introduce a physical temperature shock. The gut muscles seize up, and those vital contractions halt. This graph maps normal, healthy gastric contractions when consuming warm water. But when water drops to 2 degrees Celsius, the rate of contractions plummets. Food and acids stop mixing correctly, leaving swallowed pathogens sitting in the gut. This digestive freeze turns the stomach into a stagnant pool, tricking the brain into feeling bloated, while giving dangerous pathogens a clear pass deeper into the body. Slipping past the stomach's sluggish defenses, the pathogens eventually reach the walls of the large intestine. Here, trillions of helpful bacteria are already under stress, attempting a delicate internal adjustment to the changing seasonal weather outside. When monsoon germs invade, they produce toxic chemicals that irritate the gut lining. Scientists define this as gut microbiome toxicity, a form of organ toxicity where invading pathogens actively disrupt the community of helpful microbes. This is a biological adaptation failure. Large bacterial families like Bacteroidetes and Firmicutes are overwhelmed, leaving the intestinal wall weak and allowing toxic waste to accumulate. This buildup causes the inflammation we experience as pain. The painful cramps and intense swelling of monsoon belly are the physical symptoms of this internal ecosystem failing to maintain its balance. Protecting our digestion during the rains requires us to manage the entire system around us. This is known as a One Health approach, the scientific recognition that human health is tied directly to the cleanliness of our shared outdoor environment. We can support this by choosing vendors who practice strict good hygiene practices. Simple steps like using physical screens over ingredients and avoiding bare hand contact directly shield our microbiomes from toxic overloads. Inside the body, eating warm, fully cooked meals acts as a thermal shield. The heat destroys stubborn viruses while keeping our core temperature high enough to maintain healthy gut contractions. The monsoon season alters the invisible microbial world around our food. Mapping this biological chain reaction allows us to protect our digestion throughout the rains.